Hello, this is July 18, 2024, and I'm doing my morning read. This is the Economist magazine, so I'm gonna read um, a column, a piece of news about artificial intelligence. So I had printed this issue for a year, and I start my day by reading, some columns in the issues that I printed. So, now I think I'm gonna read out loud like these columns right here about AI. So I think it's gonna be quite long. Okay, let's begin. Some researchers, including Dr. Bowman, think what ultimately may be necessary is what AI researchers call interpretability. This is a compound word, interpret and ability. Interpretability, a deep understanding of how exactly models produce their outputs. One of the problems with machine learning models is that they are black boxes, quote unquote black boxes. A conventional program is designed in the human's head before being committed to code. In principle, at least, the designer can explain what the machine is supposed to be doing. But machine learning models program themselves. What they come up with is often incomprehensible to humans. Progress has been made on very small models using techniques like um, mechanistic interpretability. This involves reverse engineering AI models or trying to map individual parts of a model to specific patterns in its training data. A bit like neuroscientists prodding living brains to work out which bit seems to be involved in vision or say memory. The problem is this method becomes exponentially harder with bigger models. The lack of progress on interpretability is one reason why many researchers say that the field needs regulation to prevent extreme scenarios, quote unquote. But the logic of commerce often pulls in the opposite direction. Microsoft's recent fire its AI ethics team, for example. Indeed, some researchers think the true alignment problem is that AI firms like polluting factories are not aligned with the aims of society. They financially benefit from powerful models but do not internalize the cost borne by the world of releasing them prematurely. Even if efforts to produce safe models work, future open source versions could get around them. Bad actors could fine tune models to be unsafe and then release them publicly. For example, AI models have already made new discoveries in biology. It is not inconceivable that they one day design dangerous biochemicals. As AI progresses, costs will fall, making it far easier for anyone to access them. Alpaca, a model built by academics on top of Llama, an AI developed by Meta, was made for less than $600. It can do just as well as an older version of ChatGPT on the individual task. The most extreme risk, in which AIs become so clever as to outwit humanity, seem to require an intelligence explosion in which an AI works out how to make itself cleverer. Mr. Karnofsky thinks that is possible if AI could one day automate the process of research, such as by improving the efficiency of its own algorithms. The AI system could then put itself into a self-improvement loop, quote unquote, of sorts. That is that is not easy. Matt Clancy, an economist, has argued that only full automation would suffice. Get 90% or even 99% of the way there, and the remaining human dependent fraction will slow things down. Few research think that a threatening or oblivious superintelligence is close. Indeed, the AI researchers themselves may even be overstating the long-term risk. Ezra Karger of the Chicago Federal Reserve knows. Let me catch it. Ezra Karger of the Chicago Federal Reserve and Philip Tadlock of the University of Pennsylvania pitted AI experts against super forecasters, quote unquote, people who have been trained to avoid cognitive biases. In a study to be published this summer, they find that the median AI experts gave a 3.9% chance to an existential catastrophe where fewer than 5,000 humans survive owing to AI by 2100. The median super forecaster, by contrast, gave a chance of 0.38%. Why the difference? For one, AI experts may choose their view precisely because they believe it is important, a selection bias of sorts. Another is they are not as sensitive to differences between small probabilities small probabilities as the forecaster are. Well, I think I'm gonna read the last two passages as well, even though the video is rather long. Uh, but you are too blind to see. Regardless of how probable extreme scenarios are, there is much to worry about in the meantime. The general attitude seems to be that it is better to be safe than sorry. Dr. Lee thinks we should dedicate much more resources to research on AI alignment and governance. Dr. Traeger of the Center of Governance on AI supports the creation of bureaucracies to govern AI standards and do safety research. The share of researchers in AI impacts uh, surveys who support much more funding for safety research has grown from 14% in 2016 to 33% today. ARC is considering developing such a safety standard, says its boss, Paul Cristiano. There are positive noises from some of the leading labs about signing on, but it is too early to say which ones will. In 1960, Weiner wrote that to be effective in warding off disastrous consequences, our understanding of our man-made machines should in general develop pari passu, step by step, with the performance of the machine, by the very slowness of our human actions. Our effective control of our machines may be nullified. By the time we are able to react to information conveyed by our senses and stop the car we are driving, it may already have run head on into the wall. Today, as machines grow more sophisticated than he could have dreamed, that view is increasingly shared. So that's it for today's morning read. Um, what I kind of take a keen interest in this The Economist magazine is the fact that they use kind of complex structures and a wide range of vocabularies, and they paraphrase well. So reading these kind of sophisticated writing and piece of news, such piece of news would expand my horizon as well as my reading skill, my vocabulary range. So I think this habit should be maintained uh, for good. I mean, forever. Just like the habit of reading news caption on Instagram. I have been maintaining the Instagram news reading for the past 4 years. So I think from now on, I would get uh, this habit to every morning of my day. And in the long term and in the long run, I think I guess it would be super beneficial to my knowledge overall and my reading skills specifically, and especially when uh, I want to be an IELTS teacher. So, in addition to reading books, get a magazine to read every day to catch up with the news um, globally or nationally. So that's it for today's speaking video. So after recording this video, I'm gonna upload it on YouTube. So this was quite a productive morning, I gotta say. So goodbye.